Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Soulight Hypnotherapy. My name is Kirsten. I have another Trump reading for you guys, Trump related reading. This is going to be a part one of two. The second part, if you're wanting to hear about it, it is going to be available to anyone who supports or donates to Soulight of $5 or more. You can hear the second part. This first part is in regards to the Helsinki summit, and from the interpreter's point of view. Again, I can't get too detailed, guys. Number one, I'm not politically savvy with all of the world players and all that. I'm coming from the perspective and the energy of the people involved, okay? So I'm going to give you energies and how that plays out specifically. You'll, hopefully will understand it when it happens. But this is from the interpreter's perspective. I wanted to know what the interpreter knows, what they saw at the meeting from Trump's interpreter. And I also asked a question if she would end up being subpoenaed, if she would actually end up giving testimony to what she witnessed and heard at the Helsinki private one-on-one between Trump and Putin. The second part of the reading is a little bit less organized, so that's why it's not something I'm just going to post for everyone. People who donate to Soulight are the people who understand that my talents are developing, and that sometimes I can't get those messages flowing quite right, rather than chuck the reading, because one of the readings that is going to be in the second part was chucked, but I had recorded it. I'd already written down my notes, but I didn't end up recording it on camera. Now that I think about it, I'm going to still give you the messages, because I think that they're good messages, even though I didn't really complete the reading. It's not in an organized manner. And then there's a new reading that I did recently too. Again, maybe it's the men that I'm reading on, Trump and Putin, that they're so secretive, and they're both very psychic, that might be why I have a lot of trouble organizing their thoughts or predicting what they're doing. So I'm just going to relay those messages to you as they come, and we can kind of sort them out together, if we can sort them out at all, and they may just reveal themselves as they happen. But that's the best I can offer. And so those of you who support Soulight, who donate to Soulight, I know that you understand that, and you won't judge me for that, and that you'll see the benefit of what some of those messages might be. So that reading is just for you guys. So anyway, let's go ahead and begin. Okay, make sure to hit the like button, hit the notification bell if you want to know when I got new readings coming up. And my information is in the description box. If you do donate to Soulight and you want that second part of this reading, what did Putin and Trump discuss in private in their secret one-on-one, then there's a donate button on my home page. Make sure that you put in the memo of PayPal which reading you're wanting a link to for your donation as a thank you, and also make sure to include your email address in that memo, because some people's emails, the regular emails, are different from their PayPal emails. So you want to make sure that you get my thank you for your donation, and that you get the link that, as my thank you for your donation. All right. What does the interpreter know? At the top of the reading, we have what was on the bottom of the deck. I'm using the Sibilla and Divina. And this is kind of like the issue at hand, right? Again, this is not going to be super detailed. This is more like the energy of the reading, okay? So I've got the absence card, and this describes a feeling of distance and separation from something, and that time passes, right? And once time passes, things aren't the same anymore. So that's the energy of this card. As I and that if a situation of the heart, a situation of importance isn't handled quickly, it could get worse. So that's the energy of a card. So as I interpret the card for the context of the reading, this is what I'm getting. Members of Congress want to get a hold of this woman. I'm sorry, I don't know her name. The interpreter, Trump's interpreter, before she forgets. They don't want to let too much time pass. And there are things, information that needs to be cleared up. And if it's not cleared up as soon as possible, the situation will actually get worse. Okay? So her feelings, coming from her perspective, the interpreter, her feelings for Trump are not the same. She's a good employee, a loyal person. But I'm feeling here that she's concerned. Her feelings are not the same. She's experiencing some sadness, guilt, or regrets. And there are many who will want to prevent her from testifying, so we should expect delays. Okay? The next card as an issue I got is the Death card reversed. It's called Fright in this deck. He is very frightening, isn't he? This card talks about a positive state is going to change into a negative state. There's a change and a transformation, but it's for the worse. Isn't that what the other card said? So that is doubling down now, right? Doubling down. It also talks about delays and obstacles, and the solution is down the road. It's a distant solution. So I'm feeling like, and that there's also conflict and choices, personal choices, for this interpreter. There's conflict around the subject of her testifying, and there's going to be conflict around her and personal lifestyle choices and changes that she's going to have to undergo as a result of being the chosen one, right? So the Death in this deck I'm interpreting as meaning there's a positive I'm sorry. The situation is going to get worse. It's almost like the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Things are not going to go in your favor. There could be a judgment or a ruling that doesn't go in your favor, which could be a legal ruling or a legal request doesn't go in favor. In favor of who? That's the question. With that lead in, I'm feeling like what that means is that the request from some for her to provide testimony legally will be turned down. I guess it could be appealed. I think, or it'll either get turned down or it's going to get blocked or delayed for as long as possible. So this has like a dual purpose, this card. I feel like it's saying that if she does give her testimony, things are going to get worse, right? And if she doesn't testify, things are going to get worse because of the lack of transparency in this delicate situation. You know, everything doesn't add up, and why does he need to have a secret one-on-one with our enemy, and he's coming across as compliant to our enemy, by not being open and transparent about what happened, at least to this extent of having her testimony, that's going to make things a lot worse. And if she does testify, what she reveals could make things a lot worse. Okay. I wanted to say something. Oh, my last reading, what was it? Will the GOP choose America or Trump? And there, I didn't mention, I don't know why. I mean, I certainly kept seeing it, and it was strong on my mind during the reading, but I didn't actually say it. There were three wheels of fortune. The Fortuna card is a Wheel of Fortune card in that past reading. Two of them were reversed, and one was upright. So I feel like the situation, even though it gets delayed and may take a while to clear up, it's going to keep gaining momentum, and it's going to actually get worse before it gets better. Okay? So I just wanted to say that here. But back to this card. When I say things will get worse, I'm saying that this is something that is you can't recover from this. So, you again, with the Wheel of Fortune, you have no control over what gets handed out when the Wheel of Fortune is present. You just have to accept it. And what's coming down the road, I don't feel Trump is going to be able to recover from. All right? And a number of things can go wrong. And for her being in this position, some things could go wrong for her, or her life may change for the worse because of the demand for the knowledge, because of the attack maybe on her patriotism, all of that. It will have it's a turn for the worst. Even though I'm holding the Death card, I'm talking about the Wheel of Fortune, but that's the energy that I'm picking up from this. Okay, so next we have faithfulness. And I'm just kind of like, the layout is just a progressive energy, okay, like now to upcoming. So this is a card of fidelity, a bond, friendship, loyalty. Two people, or not two people, but yeah, it can represent two people, even though there's not two people in the card. They care for one another, and they protect one another, right? So it's an alliance that both benefit from this relationship. So what I'm getting from this card as an interpretation for this reading is that this woman, this interpreter, is a nice person. She's a loyal and faithful person to her job. Excuse me, hold on. She's loyal and faithful to her job. She's receiving offers, possibly under the table, to talk or to keep quiet. So there could be a temptation here, because fidelity is the main energy of the card. So there could be a temptation here to take a bribe to reveal what she knows, or to leak what she knows, or to take a bribe to keep quiet, or to revise what she knows. Her security needs to be ratcheted up, this card is saying. And from what I can gather here, she felt that the relationship between Trump and Putin was like an unlikely relationship, like in tarot would be like the Strength card, the woman and the lion, which is for me like it's an odd couple, right? She found their relationship to be odd, strange, unlikely, and definitely of the two, one was much more submissive to the other, licking the hand of their master. I wonder who that was. So now on to the next card. We have the Sweet card. That's what it's called. It's called the Sweet card. And this talks about delayed news, loss of a document, blocks in business, okay? Things going wrong in a relationship. You need to run to shelter. You need to protect the relationship. And there could be unfaithfulness or disloyalty, right? So from her perspective, that's the challenge, to be unfaithful to her job and tell what she knows. That's the challenge. And also to, in regards to her testimony, if it's telling me that there's going to be blocks to her testifying, and also that if she has any written notes, which I believe there are written notes from her, that those notes may turn up lost or misplaced, or something may go wrong. Some of the notes or documentation may not be obtainable if too much time passes. Okay, if people don't move quickly to obtain this information, something might turn up missing. And I wouldn't be surprised if that does happen. It says that there is a legal man around her, so she may get subpoenaed down the road. Okay, they may try it. They may block it, but I feel like she will get subpoenaed. Just not sure how soon. Right now there's objections to it, but I feel like it's going to happen. Okay. Next card we have Thought reversed. This is a card of doubt, questioning, insecurity. When it's reversed, it talks about a situation that happens, it takes too long to happen. It happened too late. Or someone can't act. They can't act on a situation. They're bound, right? So they can't say something, they can't do something that they may want to do. It also mentions that there's a refusal to speak, and an indifference in attitude, and someone is guilty of guilt. So as I analyze that card and look at it in the context of the question and look at the other cards, I feel like what this card is saying is that this person, this interpreter, who is refusing to talk or legally bound so that she can't talk, right? She can't talk, but she feels guilty because someone is refusing to take responsibility for what they said, Trump, and so she has to take some time to self-reflect on this, you know. She's thinking about what the right thing to do is, and she sees that Trump is changing his words, and she knows that in that meeting he showed indifference to his job, and as a president and a protector of our country, he submitted to the master. So I believe that there is a part of the meeting that she also was not privy to, a part of the meeting that she was distant or separated from, that she missed. I think that there's a part of the conversations between Putin and Trump that she did not hear or wasn't in the room for. Maybe she was dismissed. Somehow she was excluded from a part of their discussion. And that in itself is a big revelation. If she were allowed to mention that in itself would cause things to get much worse. The fact that she wasn't always there. Okay, the next card we have is the Waiting card. And y'all know, if you watch my channel, It's not a funny. It's not funny. Why they chose to depict the scene here with a woman and not a man and a girl, but this is the card of a pedophile, right? As the energy of a card. This is a woman who is holding a little toy or some sort of object of interest that this boy might be interested in. He's way too young, but she will maybe prime him with this little gift and other things, right? So this is the card of entrapment. And a predator. It's also a card of confusion, restlessness, torment, and suffering. Looking back on the past and tormented by what you feel about that. You can't get over something. Right? So that's part of her energy, right? I told you. She's reflecting. She can't get over something that she witnessed or heard. And it may have been like a type of manipulation of the child. We all refer to Trump as the child, so this is Trump. Trump getting played, getting led into a trap with Putin. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking. She... I saw this in another reading, and so I don't know if I should mention it here, but I'm kind of getting a feeling like I should. There may be memory issues. Again, I said that notes might turn up missing, but there may be memory recall issues for her. I don't know if that's intentional or if that's something that is medical, but it's like I can't recall that exactly type of energy I'm getting, right? But anyway, that's just like something I'm picking up on the sideline. But let me interpret this card for you the way I'm interpreting it. I feel like she's tormented by something she was privy to or that she knows about. She's reflecting on it again, and it will begin to weigh more and more on her conscience as time goes by. She will be questioning and doubting the child, Trump, questioning and doubting him. She's loyal to her job. I guess she's loyal to her president, but she's going to be questioning and doubting him and his loyalty. Because she witnessed how Trump was led into a trap by this persuasive guy here, Putin. You know, the protector card. Trump was gullible and unwise, inexperienced, and also he, in a sense, sees Putin as his protector. And he's getting something from Putin that he wants. So he's just running towards the toy or the candy and falling into traps. I also feel like this card is saying that in the future, this woman, this interpreter, is going to be looking back on the past and recalling some events where she may or may not recall exactly what happened. I hope that's not the case. But because she is recalling past events, that must mean there is a testimony down the road. So I feel like she will be giving some kind of testimony. It may take a while to get there. And I think that people are questioning her right now, as we speak, on Trump's side, Trump's diplomats, Pompeo, Bolton, whoever. I think that she's recalling events for them, right? So they can know how to spin it if she does have to testify. If she does end up testifying, and I'm not talking about congressional testifying for the Oversight Council, because we know they're bogus, but if she has to testify with Mueller down the road. But also, if Congress feels the need to appease the public and agree to this testimony to quiet the masses, because the situation will get worse if there's not some sort of transparency somehow on this of this meeting. So they may agree to it, but I feel like they may be coaching her on what to say. Okay, because this card here says that she saw Putin telling Trump that he could protect him. Or that he was assuring Trump of certain things. But basically, she felt from her perspective that Putin was leading Trump down a wrong path, playing on his gullibility, his inexperience, or his innocence, his stupidity, really. Stupidity, not innocence. And assuring him of things, right? But she saw that that was a trap. So she witnessed that. This is also, like I said, I took the time to tell you this is my pedophile card in this deck. So, not that she knows about it, but if this is Putin and this is Trump and the pedophile card, then this could be what Putin has on Trump, one of the things that he has as leverage over him. One of the things, because we know, money laundering and all that is other stuff too. Or something about a child. Doesn't have to necessarily be sexual with the child, although I think it is. Could also be something about a child, someone too young, something that he's using to trap him, Looking at this card here, I feel like someone is offering the interpreter a free advice. This could be Putin, this could be Trump, this could be Bolton, this could be Pompeo, or someone else. But someone offers her free advice, right, to protect herself, free advice, what she should say if she is questioned. It's done in this, kind of like, this is what you should do, or yeah, kind of like I don't know why I can't think lately. I can't put my thoughts in order. I want to convey to you, like someone is just trying to assure you this would be the right thing to do, but they're really doing it for their own reasons. Okay, so someone is telling her, giving her free advice, how she should act or how she should portray the situation. And that she should remain loyal to her president, and that she should remain loyal to her job, and that this is her as a servant of the country. It would be wise if she handled a situation like this or like that, right? So that's the impression that I'm getting. And like I said, they may also be explaining to her that what she heard, which may have caused her to have questions or doubts about the loyalty of Trump and his submissiveness to Putin, and the loyalty... sorry. I just got a cramp. The loyalty of Trump to the country. She may be questioning that, and so someone may be explaining to her, oh, this is what you heard. Yeah, he said that, but this is what he meant. And feeding that and reframing that in her mind so that if she has to recall it later, it will go more in Trump's favor. So that's going on. So I feel like the interpreter did witness manipulation of Trump, the child, and also she witnessed the capitulation of Trump to Putin, to his master, kissing up and wanting Putin's approval. So that's the reading. I do feel like eventually testimony is down the road, but will it be unbiased by the time she gives it? Will the interpreter, if summoned to give a subpoenaed or summoned to give testimony, will she tell the actual truth about what she witnessed and overheard? I just want one card. I just want one card, and I want it to fall out on the table. Oh. Goes both ways here. We got presents. It could go either way, guys. It might be a matter of presents, of bribery, of gifts. Wow. Because this could be a promise, if read upright, a renewing of a contract, a collaboration. When it's reversed, it can mean an unsuccessful favor, a flattering gift, or a bribe by an opportunistic person, cowardice and fear. I can't tell you for sure what she's going to do. Cards, maybe because she's undecided. I've told you guys before that life, we as readers, we can only predict because people have free will. Choices and decisions can change what is most likely going to happen. We can predict the energies and say, oh, this is most likely going to happen. This is where I think this is leading up to. But if someone changes their mind and does something different, the whole thing changes. So it's kind of undecided what she's going to do. Either way, the situation still is going to get worse. Okay? I'm exhausted from all of this gaslighting and all of this lying. It's taking its toll, but we just have to be vigilant. We're in a toxic relationship, and the whole Republican Party is in on it, and they're part of it. They're not the whole Republican Party, but certain members in Congress. Just remember, they're just exhausting us, and right now the ploy is, oh, he meant it like this, he meant it like that. We still have to take him at his word, right? No, that's not right. I wish, what I really wish, before our democracy is completely demolished, what I wish. Oh, and I'm going to share something with you guys at the end of this video. I want you to take a look at, I want you to support my channel. I want you to support my channel, and so I can send you the link to the second part of the video. And I also want you to look at this link. I've known about this this link that I want you to look at for a while now. I've been waiting for the right time. Maybe today's the day. So that some of you guys can wake up and see that there's forces and energies that are at play here that maybe we don't understand, but we need to wake up and see what's going on. So, I'm not a conspiracy theory person. I've been down that road. I've read the books. I had to put them down because I'm a sane person. I'm a sane person, and you can't. It's like eating peanuts. You can't eat just one when you get into conspiracy theories. But this one is odd. It's from the Illuminati deck. I don't have the deck of cards here, but I'll post it at the after I'm done talking. It was designed in 1995. It's a card deck. It's a game called the Illuminati game, and several incidents depicted in the cards have already taken place. Eerily pictured, illustrated, the Twin Tower bombing, the Pentagon bombing, and then there's two cards that look just like Trump, and I'll post them here after this video ends. I'll put it up so that you can see it on the screen, and then check out the link below so you can just watch this video because it's creepy, dude. So, but don't forget that if you want part 2 of this reading, to just go to the homepage, donate $5 or more, and make sure to ask for this the reading what Putin and Trump talked about in secret, and provide your email address if it's different from your PayPal address. Okay, guys, thanks for tuning in. Blessings.